Hey y'all, I got some stuff I want to talk about. I ain't gotta work a little bit, but while I'm doing it, I'm gonna talk to y'all because I need somebody to talk to. Today, we're talking about grief. I think we're on part 4. It's a couple things I had and said I wanted to tell y'all about grief. Grief. When I first started talking to y'all about grief, and I told y'all all these things that occurred, which are my journey, a part of my journey in grief. But I need to tell you the other side of grief, stuff you don't really think about, like all the things that happen years later after your loved one has passed, or anyone, because you'll find that you grieve people you don't even know. You grieve situations. It's so many things that occur in grief. You don't even realize that you are being affected by grief. Like most people try to say, oh, you shouldn't feel like that, they're in a better place, and, don't sit there and be upset about this, that, and other. Well, what happens when it's not a person? What if it's a situation? What if it's a place? What if it's a thing? Transparent, real silly moment. I totaled my car a couple years ago, and I absolutely love my car, which is really why God took it from me. I get that. I ain't supposed to love nothing like that. Ooh, I ain't had no business with that car. I had a Camaro, and I loved my car. I can just imagine God watching me and just saying, Lord Jesus, you go down there and get her because she will not act right. I did, y'all. I loved my car. And I totaled that bad boy flat out one day by myself in a single car crash during a rainstorm. It happened so quickly, which kind of, speaks to so many different things. Things can happen so quickly that they change everything about what you got going on. I mean, literally, one day, at 1 minute, I was on my way somewhere, gonna go have some church. Next minute, I was screaming Jesus on the side of the road and couldn't figure out what had just happened. Well, I tried everything to get that car back, y'all. Oh, if y'all even understood how much I talk to them people, try to get them, listen, I need this car. I want my car. They said, I'm sorry, man, we're gonna have to total it. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, that's a good thing for another car. I knew that I didn't need to buy another Camaro, but I wanted to. I couldn't afford another one with that one still being on my credit. But I wanted it. And the truth is, I didn't need it. I had so many different things that had already occurred in my life that I really needed to sit down and have a more sensible vehicle so that I could take care of the next couple of needs. But did I grieve it? Yeah. Shoot. I grieved it. I grieved the idea of it. I grieved every part of it. Do I grieve it today? A little bit. Because I didn't know that it was a person. The person that I was when I drove the Camaro is different than the lady who drove the Ford Explorer. She changed. She was different. She saw things differently. She went different places. She dealt with different people. So when God wanted me to change that, this is one simple thing he did. He didn't I even say simple, but he didn't even, it wasn't so much that he took that car. It's just, he changed the situation. And he changed the thought process. He changed the way I saw it all. He changed everything. And so once he did that, you had to sit down. Grow up. Stop being stupid. I got a 4-door sedan. And even in that, when he was ready to change that, he got rid of that one too. So I got another 4-door sedan. Drive a little slower now. A little more cautious. I was not speeding when I hydroplaned. I had nothing to do with that. It was raining and I hydroplaned. I was not speeding. Thank you very much. All you naysayers out there. Especially all you men who say that women drive too fast. This time, I was going under the speed limit. It was storming outside. But anyway, so I was thinking about something else too. Grieving. My sister also includes being very paranoid about losing her things. We weren't able to get a whole lot. We got some things when she passed away of her personal belongings, but now there is this unspoken paranoia about misplacing her things or something happening or them getting destroyed or me not having something to show my nephew when he gets older of hers. I didn't know that I was in some ways paranoid about this. I had no idea that I was really, really upset about the fact that you don't ever know. Grief has so many levels. So then there is the idea of, am I really doing everything that she would have wanted me to do? And so then now you get to beating up on yourself. Grief doesn't leave, it just changes. It just goes with you in every way. Then you find yourself sitting in a church and you could see somebody who was at the hospital during the time period of her passing, and I'm bawling, crying, and nobody understands what's wrong with me. They think that, honestly, they thought that the song that they were singing up there was doing it. Don't get it twisted. I'm pretty sure emotionally it had something to do with the actual wailing of the tears, the emotion that came up. But truthfully, I was sitting there and just the sight of that person, yeah, it sent me to where, and I try my best not to, if I'm in a professional setting, I try my best to stay. I get out of the way, I get up and leave. But this one was coming so fast, it was like a locomotive. And I was mid-stream when my cousin said, here, and she said, you finna get upset. I started fanning, you start fanning, get hot. She said, oh Lord, you finna get upset. She finna get upset. And I didn't even know what I was getting upset for. I'm just like, wait a minute. Until I sit there, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about it was my daughter had actually said this closer to when my sister passed away. She said, Mama, I saw this lady at a restaurant, and she came home just crying. And I said, well, what's wrong? Did you eat? She said, no, I had him to give it to me to go because I saw this lady, and all I could think about was T.T. Truth. And that day, I was like, that's tough. Well, you're talking about 4 years later, and I saw the lady. He always brings it full circle. And I wailed. I did. I cried. I really did. And I understood. He always makes you understand. If you actually really want to know something, just all you have to do is ask him. He will tell you, and he will make you understand. There'll be no way you can't. And if you try to say you didn't, you're going to bring it up again until you get it. So, then I also have a situation where, in grief, you can actually be a runner. Where you can decide that a certain place where you actually felt your grief and you had the most pain is somewhere you don't actually want to visit anymore. Some people do. They say, I don't want to go out to the grave. Some people say, I don't want to go over this person's house because they feel me and such and such and such hung out. Some people will leave an area and never come back. Everybody thought they were my children that I was going to immediately get up and hightail it up out of here because what you gonna stay around here for? Why would you stay here? Well, there are many reasons I can stay here. My father's here, my nephew's here, my aunt is here, I have other family here as well. But it's my home. And pain has been here. A lot of grief. But this is where I learned to love. This is where I learned to laugh. This is where I learned to dance. This is where I learned to do everything. Fail. Prosper. I learned it out here. And so for me, I'm okay. But grief will make you do a lot of different things. It'll make you make different decisions about a lot of stuff. It'll make you question yourself. You'll begin to get very unsure of things. I've even seen it cause people to isolate in fear of giving their heart to anyone else that they could possibly lose, when at the end of the day you're gonna lose anyway eventually. There's only a couple things in life that are definite, and death is one of them. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And the sooner we understand it, and the sooner we really sit with that, will we truly be able to live. Because I want to live. I want to love. I want to laugh. I want to have a good time. Because this life has enough grief and sorrow and tragedy. Then why would I keep on giving up my happy days for the one or two the Lord said were going to happen anyway? There wasn't nothing I could do to stop them. All I can do is to get up and keep going. Also, there's another thing. When you find yourself hanging with people with the same issues you got, separate yourself. Just like we say in success, you have to get out of your situation and go hang with people who are doing what you want to do. Same thing emotionally. If you want to be outside of a low emotional state, get away from the people with all that low, sad emotion. Go find some happy people to hang with. Go be with some people who want to love and live life. Stop putting yourself in these trauma bonding situations and thinking that you're going to do better. You're going to have to rise. You're going to have to elevate. You're going to have to tear yourself apart and move away. That's also a part of learning how to grieve. If I want to stay in active grief, I'm going to stay with active grieving people. If I want to move away from grief and become a more positive person, then I'm going to go find some happy, positive people to be around. And it's not saying that people who are going through are bad people or that I shouldn't be around them and I shouldn't love them. But what I'm not going to do is keep on staying around and feeling low for no reason. No, I don't have to do that. And you don't either. So just be mindful that you make a choice every day of what you do, what you let come into your ear, what you allow to come into your spirit, what you allow for you, what you see, what comes in, what you smell, what you taste, what you put on your skin. You make those decisions. And so since you make those decisions, you have to make the decision to do something that makes you happy. Listen to some stuff that makes you happy. Look at some stuff that makes you happy. Smell some stuff that makes you happy. Eat some stuff that makes you happy. Put on some stuff that makes you happy, smells good. Because those things begin just a cycle of that's law of attraction. You attract happy things. Listen to some stuff that makes you even in breakup. Why would you continue to sit there and listen to breakup music, sad, low, lonely music, when you could be listening to some turn up music so that you can keep your spirits up and be happy? We make a choice. We make a choice every day. And stop talking about it. This is one I had to be careful of too. I was bad about this. My friends would tell you. I had some girlfriends, some of my riders that are like, we have a girl group and we travel together. And back then, when I was heavy going through, they used to be like, Crystal, we're not talking about it today. I got them real friends that are like, we love you, but we're not gonna get in there with you. We're not going that route with you. You gonna hush. Now you're gonna say it one time and don't say it no more today, or we just not gonna keep talking about it. And I can look back on it at the time, those moments. You know, your feelings get hurt a little bit, and don't get twisted. I have people in my life that I'm okay with them hurting my feelings, because they gonna hurt my feelings in my face, and with good purpose. And so at that point, I kind of feel like I want to talk about it. But now that I understand it, I know that I ain't need to talk about that no more. Grief has to have a healing point. You have to figure out, what is life after healing? How do you grieve after healing? You can still grieve healthily. I can still have memories and moments. I can still have tears. I can still put this bad boy in moments nowadays, but I ain't gotta sit around sad all day. It's a lot of life out there to live, y'all. And I want you to go live it. I just was thinking about, like, I woke up one day, I ain't want to be sad no more. I know I'm talking real, I apologize, but it's just one of them things I was just thinking about. I woke up one day, I didn't want to be sad no more. I did not want to be sad. I didn't want to cry like that no more. Now, you might see me out and I might cry a little bit, drop 1, 2, 3 tears, but we're going to laugh that thing off at the end. I didn't want to be sad. And if anything was going to cause me some sadness or sorrow, I was going to move away from it. I'm moving away from it. I can't. The signs, I've been through too much not to worship and be happy. Worship is a happy thing. Praise is a happy thing. I've been through too much to not truly enjoy what God has afforded me. Jesus has afforded me. I apologize. What Jesus has afforded me on the cross. Why would I keep on walking around my shoulders down, my head down, and my soul down? Ain't nothing there but hell. And I don't want that. Anyway, so I want to just get in here right quick, and I'm gonna come back a little bit later because I want to tell you some other stuff, but I am at work and I need to finish. But you know, I just had to step in because sister had to tell you something. You know, TT had to jump in. TT had to jump in because it was on me today. My food worker came in and was like, "You okay?" And I was like, hold up, something on me. Let me get this off, cause maybe we're going back to. See my nail, I did my nail so much, Charlie. Okay, anyway. So, it's mamas nowadays. It's definitely mamas nowadays. See, I could well up right now just talking about it. just because I'm cry don't mean I'm saying. It just means that I am so grateful to be able to catch it and not wallow in it. TTB bad. I'll talk to y'all later.